My brothers and sisters and my beloved confreres, a very hearty welcome to you to the 28th Sunday of the liturgical year. Today, as I begin this reflection, I would like to greet you with that special Indian Sanskrit word, Namaste. Nama means bowing. As means I. They means to you. According to the yogic philosophy, it is believed that in every individual human being, there is a spark of divinity. So when I encounter another human being, I say Namaste, which means the spark of divinity in me is saluting the divinity inside of you. God meeting with His own being in the other. Yes, my brothers and sisters, I believe this greeting, Namaste, has got something to do with all what we are reflecting today on this 28th Sunday. We have two similar passages to ponder on. The first reading from the second book of Kings, where we see a Gentile leprosy patient called Naaman is getting healed by the word of the prophet. He goes and immerses himself in the river Jordan, and he is pure like a little child. In the same way, we would also meet with another similar incident in the Gospel of the day narrated by Luke the Evangelist. And the journey of Jesus is well portrayed here by Luke as Jesus is journeying towards Jerusalem. But one very specific area where Luke emphasizes in this Gospel passage is this. He says, Jesus is between Galilee and Samaria. Between Galilee and Samaria means He is in the midst of the Jews and the Samaritans, two varieties of people who would never go hand in hand with each other. Their past history as well as their present belief system do not allow them to come together and merge as one people. But in this particular context, Jesus is between Galilee and Samaria. That means He is meeting with a band of people who are sharing Jewish as well as Samaritan faith system. In spite of the differences of their faith, they are still together. One thing is clear. The 10 leprosy patients whom Jesus is meeting now are of different faith, Jewish as well as Samaritan faith system. Think of the backgrounds. When we are okay, when we are well-to-do, when we can stand on our own leg, our faith and our religion become supreme. Even to that extent, God is neglected. But God's way of looking at humanity is beyond the borders and framework of a mere ritualistic religion, but instead the heart of the people that is in search for Him. Luke presents so beautifully the company of the Jewish and Samaritan leprosy patients, 10 of them meeting Jesus on the way. And they cry aloud, Jesus, heal us. And the desire of a person has to be expressed for the Lord to take action. But in difference from all other miracles worked by Jesus, you would see there is no question of going near. There is no word of deliverance. There is no touch at all. In all these, Jesus is taking a specific stand with regard to this aspect of the healing of these leprosy patients. Only one thing is told. Go and show yourself to the priest. It was a test, in fact, of their faith. And that's why In the second reading today, to the letter to Timothy, St. Paul says, if we die with him, he will live with us. If we endure, he will reign in our hearts. If we deny him, he will deny us. If we are faithless, he will never be faithless. He will be faithful because he cannot deny his own self. The Lord shows, whatever be your attitude after having delivered from the difficulty that you are having, I am your God. I am ever faithful. So the first part of this incident is very clear. Jesus is now seeing a humanity that is united together. Even in the context of a sickness, you cannot differentiate between races, culture, or caste, or creed, or language. You are one people, and everyone, rich or poor, healthy or wealthy, you need God's grace. And you need to be touched by God's grace. Yes, my brothers and sisters, here comes the twist in the whole parable. After having won their litmus test of faith, now only one of them returns to Jesus in order to express his gratitude. And incidentally, it happens to be the Samaritan. Out of the 10, one comes back, and that is a foreigner, not a Jew. Someone who shared the same faith like Jesus. Not that, but a Samaritan who had nothing to do with the Jewish faith is coming back now to say, Lord, Namaste. I'm grateful to you. I thank you. I have got ignited with that spark of divinity in me because the divinity in you saluted me. And he bows himself down before the Lord and expresses his gratitude. Here the Lord is touched and he says, no one else. Has only this Samaritan found time to return and to give thanks to God? Great is his faith. Yes, gratitude is something that has to be emulated in our lives. We need to be grateful to God and to one another for the marvelous things that we receive in our life. We notice one very special thing in the Bible. We never see anyone thanking God in the Bible for material benefits. Most of the time, the thanksgiving emerged out of one's own felt feeling of God's presence in one's life. This exactly is the thanksgiving of the Samaritan. We have 3 points to ponder on. First one, see what is to be seen. In every situation of your life, just like the Samaritan, see the hand of God working in you. You need to be grateful to God because you see in Him the possibilities of your life. Do not be blind like the other 9 who never found time to return and thank God. Instead, they were hilarious and went about proclaiming that they are healed and secured. But then, who healed you? Your God. See what is to be seen. Secondly, be always grateful. Sometimes people ask the fundamental question, what is there to be grateful? My father died of cancer. Should I be grateful? My mother is very sick. Should I be grateful? My brothers, my siblings are quarreling with each other. Should I be grateful? But one fundamental question, is there anywhere it is written that you should be grateful only when good things happen to you? Gratitude should emerge in every situation of our life. In sickness, in health, in richness, in utter poverty. Thank your God. He knows what is best for you. And the third aspect is, remember, redemption is universal. It is not limited to a particular religion or a particular person of position. God sees everyone equally. Let's be grateful. Let us see what is to be seen. And Let's realize God's power over the humanity today. Namaste.